What is up, guys, and welcome to another edition of the Market Marauder Show. Hope everybody's having a great week out there and staying safe with all the winter storms going on. Uh, this has been a crazy week. A lot of fluctuation in the market. Market overall is kind of looking down, in my personal opinion, but I think there's still deals out there to be made. So let's jump into it. I'll be giving you my top penny stocks. So let's jump into the first one. First one we have is ticker sign MYT. And this is for Urban Tea Incorporated. Data week high of $6.48. Ended the week at $6.05. And then after hours went up 11 cents to end at 6.16. So overall, not too bad of a metric for them. Ending at the 6.16 level. I like to see that the stock continue to rally. Overall, though, bullish, or I guess a week high of 639. No, 648, yeah. But overall, still bullish. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. So the moving average 10 being this red line above the purple and yellow line, which is the 100 and the 50. So bullish on that metric, but bearish on the other metric, which is the VWAP is below moving average 10. So bullish on one metric, bearish on the other metric, but I would say overall still bullish on the name. Background information on them, we can see that the company just appointed a new COO. So they are a tea company, retailer, but they're starting to switch to go into cryptocurrency. So it says a retailer of specialty teas and baked goods based on Kuan China is expanding its business into cryptocurrency mining. According to a press release on Thursday, Urban Tea has hired two new executives ahead of strategic expansion into new cryptocurrency venture. So they're beginning to do some cryptocurrency mining, which I think, if you follow cryptocurrency in general, or if you don't, Bitcoin's kind of been, on a little tear going up. I think they hit 56,000 this week. So it's been going up quite significantly. And that's saying a lot because at the end of the year, so the beginning of 2020, they started off around like 30,000. So, I mean, they've gone up, like 20K in this past month and a half. So if you look right here, they actually have the price. So they're at $57,197. So quite a big jump for them, still going up even more. So you see a lot of companies starting to get back into the mining of Bitcoin, which I think will yield profitable for these companies overall. But to me, I think this is the equivalent of like a company like Dunkin' Donuts going into crypto mining. It sounds like kind of odd, but it may work out for them in the long run. So definitely interesting news overall to hear about for that company. But with that being said, going to the stock, I do have a price target for them of $7.50. I think once they actually give a plan on what they're going to be doing to mine and the equipment they're using and their plan for moving forward, if it's a legit plan, then I think $7.50 isn't too crazy of a number to actually see. So I'm waiting for some more press releases to come out on their strategic move of doing the crypto mining. Um, so definitely going to be looking for some more updates from that company, but do have a $7.50 price target. So next we have ticker sign METC for Ramco Resources. Did a week high of $5.10. We can see on here they ended at $4.88. Overall, still bullish though on the name. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100, and then VWAP is below moving average 10, which made a note there may be some more sideways movement from the stock, so some more oscillation, probably around this 461 level to about this $5.04 level. So I think oscillation between there may happen if this VWAP does not go back above moving average 10. So overall, still bullish on the name. May look at some oscillation from the name if it does not. This VWAP does not go back above moving average 10. So background on them, they did have earnings that just came out. So just going to read some of the highlights from their earnings. So the company ended 2020 in solid liquidity position. with 22 million of liquidity and roughly the same level of liquidity as last year in 2019. 2020 net loss was 4.9 million, with adjusted or while adjusted EBITDA was 18.5 million. For the full year 2020, adjusted EBITDA of 2020 was negatively affected by roughly 6.4 million, caused and forced to um, maneuver over uh, 200,000 tons scheduled shipped domestically, sequentially resold into a lower price spot market. The company produced sales of 515 uh, tons or 515,000 tons for the fourth quarter of 2020, with a quarterly report. And export coal sales, including Canada, of over 300,000 tons, were also quarterly reported. So it seems like they do have progress, that they were just hit by an order or a couple of orders that just didn't go through the right way, and they had to sell them for a discount. So I don't think that's too bad of a thing, even though it did hurt their financial position. But it seems like they were still on track, minus that one delivery of this 200,000 ton shipment that kind of went awry. But with that being said, I do have a price target for them of $5.80. So they did touch 510. I think 580 is a realistic level that they could potentially get to. So that's my price target on them. Next, we have ticker sign QUIK for Quick Logic. Now, they did have a high of $12.49. They ended the week at 8.96. Then after hours went down 3 cents to end at 8.93. They are bullish. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. VWAP is above moving average 10, so positive on both the MIND indicators. And this is from the perspective of Webull. So if you'd like to sign up for Webull and get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 or more, I have a link down below where you can sign up for Webull. You don't have to sign up for Webull to get charts, but if you go on Webull and just type in Webull.com, you will have to go in this indicators tab to get the moving average 10, 50, 100, and VWAP 14, which are the indicators that I'm using. Also, I'm using the 30-minute chart interval, so if you like to get a chart that looks just like mine, just bear in mind those are the indicators that I'm using, and this is the time variance that I'm using. So going on here, we can see they hit $12.49, ended at 8.93. Background information on them: they did have so this is their 2020 fourth quarter results that came out. Just says accelerated progress transforming business. Let's go to the actual finance part of it. So total revenue fourth quarter 2020 was 2.5 million. It was an increase of 40% compared to the third quarter 2020, a decrease of 13% compared to fourth quarter 2019. So they actually decreased 13% year over year, but increased 40% quarter over quarter. New product revenue was approximately zero point 0.8 million for the fourth quarter 2020, increasing 31% compared to third quarter 2020 and 18% compared to 2019. So they had a 31% increase of product revenue compared to um, quarter over quarter, and an 18% increase compared to year over year. Mature product revenue was 1.7 million in the fourth quarter 2020, up 46% quarter over quarter, and down 23% year over year. So overall, I think they're on the right track. Financially, it seems like their products are yielding them some good profits, even though it may not be significant, extremely significant growth. I think this is kind of in track for what I'm expecting for the company. So next, one of the articles that came out the 18th, which I think is very interesting. QuickLogic's Amazon Qualified Reference Design brings Alexa to hearables. So smart hearable reference design for voice-initiated hands-free Alexa built-in devices with close talk support. Provides hearable OEM and ODMs with head start on design their own products with Alexa user experience. So I think that you know if they can continue this, and they get this design approved, I think this could definitely be very profitable, and definitely help with the expansion of Amazon's technology capabilities. And then I could see this as an application for a lot of different um, devices and things like that. So it says a developer of ultra low power multi-core voice enabled SoCs, um, embedded FPGA, IP, and endpoint AI solutions today announced the release of Amazon qualified reference design that empowered OEMs and ODMs to evaluate and develop their own smart hearable products quickly and easily. The kit integrates the Alexa voice initiated close talk experience, enabling a broad set of battery powered applications to communicate directly with Alexa for multiple use cases. So it says this is first available close talk qualified smart hearable reference design based on QuickLogic's EOS S3 ultra low power ARM Cortex M4 based voice processor plus eFPGA system on chip. So all this technology, mumbo jumbo, if you want to say, just basically means that they have this design that's going to be using their EOS S3 and their Cortex M4 based voice processor to help design this. So it says, in addition to the very low power voice initiated Alexa recognition capabilities and enabled by the EOS S3 platform, OEMs and ODMs can optionally integrate multiple AI-based motion, sound, and other AI use cases based on Cincy ML's AI software platform, which already has Navigate support for a quick feather development kit. So I think that if we get some more updates from this and see how it actually is going to be performed, I think it could definitely be a pretty good move for Amazon and then for the company in general. This seems to be the boards that they have designed. So it looks like they have a little small PCB that they already have designed for it, which I think is pretty interesting. I think you could definitely see this technology being used in different industrial applications. I feel like it may possibly be used at Amazon since it's using a lot of Amazon software. Um, but I think overall, pretty interesting technology in my personal opinion. So going on here with Quick, we can see that I have a price target for them of $10. So anything, with this announcement that came out, they basically shot up to $12.49, which, is pretty significant from where they were currently at. But I don't think the average consumer really knows what this technology is. So if you read off, like, hey, they're using their QuickLogic EOS S3 ultra low powered ARM Cortex M4 based voice processor, people really don't know what that is. Um, Me personally, I have an engineering background, so some of those terms, kind of, ring a bell for me. But definitely, I think the average person doesn't really know what that means. So I think if they can produce a demo of the device actually working, and like a video of it, then I think it will definitely help the company overall. Once they solidify the design, um, of the device and actually make a product and start demonstrating it, I think it could definitely yield profitable for the company overall. And just them partnering with Amazon, I think is kind of what made the stock shoot up. But then they were like, I don't really understand what it is, so it kind of fell down. But overall, I think a very interesting technology that's coming out. And I definitely want to keep my eyes out on Quick Logic for that $10 price range. Next, we have ticker sign USIO. Let's click on them. And then a week high of $8.08. They ended at 784, went down to 705. So not too bad from them. Don't know how this is saying they only went down 4 cents when they were at 84 cents. And they ended at 705. That's definitely not a 4 cent difference. So maybe something going on with that chart. Um, but they did hit 808 last week. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. So let me scroll out so you can see that. Moving average 10, which is red line, is above the 50 and 100. VWAP is above moving average 10, so positive on both my metrics. Definitely looking positive for the stock overall. Now, background information on them. This article came out on the 2nd, but it just says USO continues to be the bankruptcy software industry's PayFac, I think I'm saying that right, platform of choice. So they developed this PayFac inbox technology as their electronic payment solutions provider. So a lot of different companies are using this for bankruptcy software. And if you know where the current market is and what's going on, I think this software is going to be used quite a bit, especially with all the financial things going on, people losing jobs and just a lot of stuff going on, um, companies furloughing people and stuff like that. I think bankruptcy is going to be a more common um, thing, and I think the rate's kind of going to go up, and we're going to see this software being used a lot more, especially since it's in one of the top three leading softwares for this sort of thing. So definitely going to keep a close eye on them to see profit wise, because I want to see the numbers on it, how many contracts they had to use this, and what their actual numbers were for their quarter. So that'll give you insight on how many more bankruptcies there were, and also how many more companies were using this software. So I think that'll be a good update. The last article, which is this one, came out the 2nd. The only ones only talked about the company being at 52-week high level, so it really wasn't too much other information. But definitely keep a close eye out on USIO. With that being said, I have a price target for them $8 since they went all the way down to 705. What this says? So definitely keep a close eye on them for that $8 strike price. Lastly, on here we have ticker sign HBM for Hudbay Minerals. Now they are bullish. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. VWAP is right at moving average 10. So going to be expecting some more oscillation, in my personal opinion. So between this level right here, which is this $8.23 level, to this $7.95 level. So I'm going to expect oscillation between both of these levels until it can get this VWAP above this moving average 10. Overall, the name's still bullish though. Since moving average 10 is way above the 50 and 100, and it did end at 809, so only 20 cents away from its week high. Background information on them. We can see that they had an article that came out the 18th, which is their fourth quarter and full year 2020 results. So we can see on here, capitalized on higher gold prices, and volume increased by 24% in 2020 compared to prior year. And then we see on here, fourth quarter net earnings were 7.4 million. Fourth quarter adjusted net loss of 0.06 adjusted EBITDA was 106.9 million. And then we could see mine achieved excellent operational efficiencies during the quarter with a 10% increase in ore mined compared to the third quarter of 2020. So they're increasing on that end. Operating cash flow before change in non-cash working capital increased to 86.1 million for the fourth quarter of 2020 from 84.4 million in the third quarter. So they increased a little bit of their cash flow, which I think is good as well. For their annual outlook, it says consolidated copper production is forecast to increase 7%. So they're doing copper as well, which we know is in high demand. And then consolidating gold production is forecast to increase by 62%. So definitely gold and copper are going to be two, hot subjects as far as mining is concerned, because those are two things that are going to be in high demand. And then they're saying they're increased exploration spending in 2021 by drilling promising targets in Arizona, Peru, and Snow Lake. So definitely going to be looking to see how those will actually uh, pan out, if they can actually find, some promising targets on those. Definitely be interested to see how those perform as time goes on. But then overall, looking to see that they're increasing their gold and copper production forecast for 2021, I think is a very good thing. And we'll see copper prices as well as gold prices continue to go up into 2021. So I think it's going to be a good play for this one, and the company will definitely be able to profit from that. Now, with that being said, I do have a price target for them of $8.30, so only 1 cent above their week high right here, and that is also based on if VWAP can go back above moving average 10. If not, it's probably going to oscillate between that level that I said earlier, but overall, still going to be looking at them for semi-long-term play, not really too long-term, but just because they had a really good outlook, and they are in the niche of copper and gold mining, which I think in 2021 will be a profitable um, uh, I guess mining endeavor, because those are two things that I think will continue to go up in price into 2021 and probably into 2022, in my personal opinion. So make sure you drop a comment down below. Tell me which stocks you guys are looking at. Make sure that thumbs up definitely helps the YouTube algorithm promote the videos, and I'll see you guys next time.